St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
Bringing you the news 24 hours a day, 7 days per week, with a fresh approach. www.999wefm.com. WeFM News, online, on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Ready, cash again! Experience the party! Experience the vibes! Experience the road! This carnival season, get the full experience with Ready Cash and pay nothing for 60 days. Take a loan of 3,000 and more for Carnival 2024 and make your first payment after Carnival. Plus, you get to enter and win your loan back. All you need is your ID, proof of address, job letter, payslip, and 2 references. Visit the nearest Courts or Ready Cash location today. Experience Carnival 2024 with Courts Ready Cash. Ready when you are. Ready Cash again.
Welcome back to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Meteorological Services has issued a flash flood watch in response to the ongoing tropical wave. The tropical wave is expected to significantly impact local weather conditions. The Meteorological Services says that residents and motorists in areas prone to flash flooding and landslides or near rivers and streams should exercise caution. Small craft operators and sea bathers have also been urged to exercise caution. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves on Tuesday, July 2nd, left for the southern Grenadine island of Union Island to meet with residents and assess the damage caused by the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Preliminary reports indicate that over 90% of the island's infrastructure is damaged, including homes, schools, government offices, and businesses. A team of officials headed by the National Emergency Management Organization (NEMO) left for Union Island, carrying immediate relief supplies to residents such as food, water, health aid, as well as other supplies. The team comprised personnel from health, the security services, social protection, as well as BRAGZA, who will conduct an initial assessment of needs and damage on the island. Security personnel have also been dispatched to Union Island, Mairo, and Canoa. Security officers from the Regional Security System, the RSS, are coming to St. Vincent and the Grenadines to aid in post-recovery efforts. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, while speaking on state radio earlier today, said that the RSS officers will not just lend helping hands in security, but will also aid in other areas, as he noted that there are more emergency supplies on the way to the Grenadines that would need to be distributed. Prime Minister Gonsalves said that 40 officers will be sent to SVG. Half of the 40, he said, are expected to be sent to the Grenadines. The Regional Security System is a hybrid organization in that its security forces comprise both military and police personnel who remain under the command of their respective heads. The collective needs of the RSSMS always dictated the strategic and operational focus of the RSS HQ. Still on the local scene, there are approximately 1,500 persons currently located in just over 70 shelters here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines following the devastation caused by the passage of Hurricane Beryl. This was disclosed by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves while speaking on radio earlier today. He said the number of persons in shelters was larger, but after the passage of the hurricane, people started to return to their homes to initiate repairs and more. The Prime Minister noted that the numbers are expected to increase with evacuees coming from the southern Grenadines. Dr. Gonsalves said that he would have liked some persons to be sheltered at guest houses, as was done during the 2021 eruptions of La Soufrière. But due to the current booking of guest houses amid the carnival season, this was not possible. On to news in the region. The death toll in Grenada following the passage of Hurricane Beryl has increased to 3. In a national address on Tuesday morning, Grenada's Prime Minister Decon Mitchell reported 2 deaths on the island of Carriacou, which was directly impacted by Beryl as a strong Category 4 storm. 1 man was killed in Grenada when a tree fell on his home. The possibility that there may be more fatalities remains a grim reality, Mitchell stated. Grenada's Prime Minister said Carriacou and Petite Martinique are completely devastated and officials are currently unable to use heavy equipment since fuel is in short supply due to the destruction of gas stations. The scale of devastation has been compared to Hurricane Ivan, which ravaged Grenada in 2004. A contingent of Antiguan police officers has embarked on a mission to assist neighboring islands devastated by Hurricane Beryl. The team departed from Antigua at approximately 9 a.m. on Tuesday, bound for Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, both of which suffered significant damage from the hurricane's passage on Monday. The officers are traveling aboard 2 separate Coast Guard vessels, one from Barbados and another from St. Vincent. The police commissioner of Antigua and Barbuda, along with other high-ranking officers, were present at the departure to see off their colleagues. The Antiguan officers are expected to assist with various aspects of disaster response, including maintaining law and order, aiding in search and rescue operations, and supporting the distribution of essential supplies. On the international scene, Japan's top court has ruled as unconstitutional a defunct eugenics law which saw 16,500 people which saw 16,500 disabled people forcibly sterilized between the 1950s and 1990s. The Supreme Court also ordered the government to pay damages to 11 victims who were involved in 5 cases that were heard on appeal. Wednesday's landmark ruling brings to an end a decades-long fight for justice by victims who have been demanding compensation and an apology. After years of lawsuits, a 2019 law finally granted surviving victims damages, but some have continued to fight for higher compensation. In 4 of the cases brought to the court, the central government had appealed against the lower court's compensation orders. In the 5th case, 2 female plaintiffs had appealed against a dismissal of their claims, with the lower court citing the statute of limitations. Under a post-World War II law enacted in 1948, some 25,000 people, many of whom had inheritable disabilities, underwent surgeries to prevent them from having children deemed quote-unquote inferior. Japan's government acknowledged that 16,500 of the sterilization operations were performed without consent. Although authorities claim the 8,500 other people consented to the procedures, lawyers have said they were de facto forced into surgery because of the pressure they faced at the time. Finally, in sports, Chelsea is set to sign England international Lucy Bronze on a free transfer when her Barcelona contract ends. The defending Women's Super League champions are closing in on an agreement for a 2-year deal with an option to extend for a further year. Bronze, 32, leaves Barcelona upon the expiry of her contract this month. The former Manchester City defender will link up with Chelsea assistant manager Camille Abili, who was part of the coaching staff when Bronze played at Lyon and won 3 successive Women's Champions League titles from 2018 to 2020. At Barcelona, Bronze won back-to-back European crowns, as part of a treble of silverware in the 2023 to 2024 season. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
At Quartz Optical, 2 are better than 1. Be always ready for the occasions with a second pair of eyewear. Find your fit with a pair. Get 50% off on all men's frames and sunglasses, plus 30% off all other purchases. Ray-Ban, Armani, Converse, Vogue, and much more. Get that frame today. Shop with no cash and pay later. Plus, you can book your eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Only at Quartz Optical. Value